T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good evening, everyone. It has been a while since we did one of these shows. In fact, it's probably been over a year for me. Just let me know you can hear me loud and clear, because I'm not in my usual setup. I'm working on a new studio, which should be available in about 2 weeks' time. And I'm supposed to be joined by Satoshi Sean, but he's having some technical difficulties. So Vinesh, thank you for joining us. Yes, we're not going to do any news today. This is a kind of a prelude to what our plan is going forward. Glad you can hear me. You can update me on the crypto news from the G20 if you want. So yeah, so myself and Sean were talking, and we decided we've been away from these live streams from long enough. Well, Sean does his, but I haven't been doing anything. So I thought, right, next few months should be very exciting in this space. Um, With hopefully ETFs getting announced soon. We've got the halving coming up next year. A lot of projects have adjusted their roadmaps to coincide with the halving next year. So the next 6, 7, 8 months should be crazy, really. And so myself and Sean decided we would, rather than looking at all the old projects over and over again, we would look at the new projects coming out, and the projects that have survived and kept their heads down over the last year or so, and just worked, and now are getting ready to deliver a product. So that was the idea of the show. As I said, Sean has got some technical difficulties tonight. I'm on the move anyways, and so that doesn't help things. And we have a huge difference in time zones, so that doesn't help things either. But yeah, one project we came across, well, Sean knew about it long before I did. It was a project called VETTER. Now, I took a look at it over the last week or 10 days, and the basic idea is that they give you access to new and up and coming projects before they hit the mainstream, really. And it looks, it's a lot more than that, but that's really the crux of it. So we're going to be going through the VETTER website, and we're going to be going through the projects that they're listing on there. Now, they have stealth projects and some other different types of projects that are for the people that hold the VETTER tokens, or the VSL token. And so we won't be divulging those, because that just wouldn't be fair on the people that are invested in the project. But they have a new stealth launch coming up in, I think, about 10 days' time. So there's a lot of excitement in the community towards that. You need to hold VSL token to gain access to that. There's different tiers. There's a lot of different criteria involved when it comes to VETTER. We won't be doing that tonight. because, as I said, this was just a warm up really to tell you what we're going to be doing. Our next show will probably be on 2 weeks' time, maybe, because I need to get my studio set up. I am away on other work commitments at the moment. So yeah, when we get up and running, the idea was we'll be showcasing the hidden cryptocurrency projects that we think could bring value to the community. And if you guys see or hear of anything that you think would be of interest, let us know and we'll take a look at it. So yeah, that's basically the idea of things. I'm going to give Sean another 2 or 3 minutes. See if he can get his camera turned on. If he doesn't, we'll wrap it up. But actually, just before we do anything crazy like that, let me show you the VETTER project. Yeah, so this is VETTER. This is the platform. I'm not logged in now, so anything on here is publicly available. But as you can see, there are different tiers. There's a leaderboard. Come down here and I'll show you. You can stake the both tokens, actually, VETTER token and the VSL token. In the vault staking. So it is available on ETH and BSC. This is staking. Now, I'm not going to connect my wallet, but the prices on this at the moment are insanely cheap. So I went and picked up $1 million and a bit last week. I picked up some VSL also. You will need that to gain access to, for example, the stealth launch that's coming up and other projects that are on the platform. As you can see, huge amount of BNB locked up. Total, or sorry, VSL locked up. Total value is over 7,180. Your staking is down here, and these are different staking options. So just to show what I was talking about, so let's say you want to gain access to this new stealth launch. There's different levels that you can get in on. So stealth 6, stealth 7, so 2, so on, stealth 5, so on. And the idea is each stealth has different rewards and different levels of commitment in terms of how much you stake. Now, depending on how much you stake, that gives you a certain access level to when this thing is revealed. So obviously, the higher amount you stake, the earlier you gain access to it. I'm currently staking Stealth 2, I think. Now, there was one thing I wanted to stake some more, but I think once you're staking in one of the Stealth 1s, 2, 3, or 4s, you can't stake in a separate one. Now, I need to confirm that. Yeah, where the fuck is Sean? Oh, he's alive again. He may be here soon. So look, that's the VETTER platform. When myself and Sean go live again, we'll go through it much more detail. The stealth launch that I'm talking about will have already been out by then, so that'll give you a good idea of the benefits of getting into this. PPR is just 30 minutes. Let's fucking go, Sean. Yeah, we're waiting on him, man. He should be here soon. Let's hope he's here soon. And he is. Speak of the fucking devil. Speak of the devil. Look who has arrived.
Hello.
The great Satoshi Sean.
Yeah.
I've never spoke so much in the stream.
I bet.
I've had to
And a
feed
bet.
that 8 to 9 minutes, man. Nah, it's not for
Uh,
me.
all right. Yes.
Yeah, gotcha. Um, I was just going through the Vetter thing and the idea of our new show. I forgot to actually name it, which is going to be Crypto Rednecks. Um, but yeah, I showcased the Vetter platform very briefly. I didn't really go into in too much detail. Um, and yeah, just give a little bit of insight into our idea behind the show and what we hope to get out of it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna to do today. Um, hey
Mhm.
JB, hey Ron, good to see y'all. Yeah, sorry I was late. I hurt my back.
Oh fuck, are you okay?
No, that's why I'm late. But I took some Vicodin, so hopefully it'll kick in here in a minute. All right, Ish, good to see you. So we're gonna go kind of back to our roots. I don't know what all you said, but
That's
just
basically it, man.
yeah, going back to
Mm.
which I don't know. People aren't the biggest thing, and you can talk about the ICO craze all you want. There was so much like good ideas, and even if the projects didn't make it, the idea was sound. Um, and then you know, either the funding was messed up or it was just there's so many projects that we've seen that were good team. They did everything right, awesome idea,
Mhm.
but the timing was just messed up. You know, um,
Yeah.
so hopefully, people are going to be taking up the torch and going back to innovation. And if you watch me on World Blockchain Roundtable on Thursdays uh, over on Dragon Chain, everyone on there way smarter than me. Everyone on there is, you know, uh, super brainiac, but and they're disgusted by that side of crypto. Of they call it money go up, and
Yeah.
it's Neanderthal and all, but I mean it's a big part of the market. It kind of
Yeah, of
is
course
the
it is.
market, and it's the reason why a lot of people got into it. A lot of us, I got into crypto because I understood it as a financial advisor. I understood this, scarcity and all that. Once you get into it, then you see, what how money is, how things work. It's a rabbit hole. But I've noticed the past 2 years, there's been no real innovation. It's been about, hey, let me make an
Yeah.
NFT that's a cool picture that it has utility. It does this one thing, or it's like that's mind blowing that it can do this one or two things. When that was not the
Particularly the last year.
yeah, it seems kind of stagnant, and I think we need to
Yeah.
start looking at things and look for these wow projects that are going to be coming out, which are going to what we're looking at as far as making money. Um, which I think our goal should be
And they're out there.
like 3x. I think minimum 3x is what I think we should
Yeah.
be looking for.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, those projects are out there. They're buried, a lot of them, because I said in the beginning of the stream, a lot of the projects that are creating something have just kept their heads down over the last year or so.
Hmm.
Just got work, and have adjusted their roadmap somewhat to coincide with a lot of the happenings for next year,
Yeah,
particularly the happening and stuff.
and a lot of the education that I've gotten in the past 5 years is that
Mm,
the smartest people that are really trying to innovate and do create like cool shit, they don't care about getting the word out. They don't care about look at me, look at me. It's like you said, they put their head down and they just
yeah.
want to work, and which is a flaw when it comes to it, I think. But that's what they're all focused on. Um, so it is the quieter stuff that you don't hear about, and then all of a sudden somebody you run across it, and it's like whoa, look at this. This is insane,
Yeah.
and we got to find a balance in that. But I think that's what our job is now, is to hunt those gems, to find them.
Yeah. They're out there. It's finding the fucking things, you know. But if we do a show once a week, we've plenty of days in between the shows to go digging. And as I said earlier, if somebody in the chat comes across something, we're more than happy to take a look at it.
Yeah, I think we should do that. Every show have a time when y'all. I've been in lots of streams where they're just talking. They don't really look at the chat at all, and people are like, "What about this? What about this?" And if your eyes are open and you're looking, then you have to keep your eyes open in your chat and see if you guys run across something or hear something, because there's so much out there, so much going.
Yeah,
it's hard to look at everything. It's hard to know about everything. And it's one thing about VETTER, which I did the review on VETTER like over a year ago. And when me and Lee were talking about this a couple of weeks ago about getting this started, I was like, that VETTER would be really good for this. I wanted to do this show a year ago and start using it, because I used it on my own to look at a couple of projects and put into them. And it's going to be very helpful. I can tell you that it's going to be very helpful. So much of the legwork is done for you by other people that are in the community.
Yeah, that's true.
On that Pulse Chain.
I'm just looking at Pulse Stream, actually. Yeah.
Everyone, if you count Richard Hart out, then that's you kind of do it to your detriment.
Wow. Yeah. I agree with that, actually. Yeah. Wow, this thing has a lot of room to move, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. So, we could take a look at that for next week.
Yeah.
Put it on the list. I mean, it's just so cheap. I mean, it's giveaway prices now. But a lot of the projects are like that. I picked up over 1 million VETTER, and the same for the VSL token, just to get to use the platform. And man, it didn't cost me that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because what I bought mine, like right after I did the review, or when I did the review, and it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't cheap. I mean, it was like a few $100. And now it's like what, $50?
It's cheap now.
Yeah, it's like you can get the tier 3 for like $50 or something.
Yeah. I went straight into Diamond 1 minute. I thought, it was only a couple $100.
Yeah, I think I want to do that too. That's what. And speaking of gems, I think that the VETTER, their token just in general, when the next run comes, this is going to be, and I've been saying that in their community, that when the next run comes, this is going to be, VETTER's going to go up. I think it's going to be a big one.
It was an easy decision to buy some.
Yeah, because it's such a good tool and it's easy to use. The GUI is super easy to use. So I think a lot of noobs and a lot of the people that are going to be coming in to crypto in the next bull market are going to be using it a lot.
Yeah, I can see how it would be very useful if you're just coming into the space. You stumble across that and you go, wait, these guys are doing an awful lot of legwork.
Yeah. Which, things used to be tough, man. Just remember how to masternodes, that's were tough.
Oh, the day of the masternode, yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
I seen a project recently that was back to masternodes, and I was like, wow, that reminds me of the times the masternode. But actually, it's funny because I kept an eye on it. I came across it maybe 6 weeks ago. Put it on the radar. Thought, masternode looks a little bit pricey. I think it was about maybe 3,000 for the masternode. It was paying out a lot, but in that 6 week period, man, that masternode has come down about 40%. That's the problem with nodes, man.
I think the market's going to have I think the bull run is going to have its own cycles. I think Masternode's going to come back. It's because so many new people come in who don't know anything, and then they learn about proof of work versus proof of stake and blah blah blah, and then I think it just repeats itself. I think that's a new thing happened. I think the first time this is the last run, but I think it'll happen again. People come in, and then we'll have the old argument of which is better, proof of work, proof of stake.
Yeah, and the node is as good as the project. If it's attached to a solid project, the node will go and do well. I was in the VETTER group, the Discord gym, and God, they have a great community.
Yeah.
And their Telegram is active as hell too.
Yeah, it is. It's and they've been around for a while. That's another thing. It's been. I did the review on them over a year ago, and
thank you, Chin. Yeah, a year ago. Imagine.
And their community.
And the fact that the community is still flying. Yeah, that's a great sign, man. Discord is heartbreaking because I was going through projects I've been involved in for the last year, 18 months. Oh man, the amount of them that are just fucking dead. It's crazy, man.
Well, remember when we were looking at masternodes, there were so many coins that were. What do you do? Well, we're a masternode. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you do? Well, we have masternodes, and they.
Yeah, we have masternodes. Wow, that's it.
And we made money on it though, because we're paying out.
Because it was the craze, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was just it's the Ponzi thing. You get in, you get your masternode for 2 months, 3 months, and then you sell it all and get out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the cycle. Next run there'll be projects popping up crazy like fuck, and as the run begins to die, they'll go with it.
Yeah, and then the good ones will stick around. But that's what we're going to try to do, is find the good ones when they're in infancy or before everybody else hears about them or gets into them. And
hey, I don't mean to cut you off, but the most famous Joe Biden supporters in the house.
Oh, Phil C. Yeah, there he is.
Phil C, man. I don't want to push it.
Sean Lee. Yeah.
Considering I haven't been in a live stream with Phil for like over a year, I thought let's ease into it.
Phil's always around.
He's always around. Yeah. You like my Tennessee hat, Phil?
Yeah, you just went on a whirlwind U.S. tour. How was it?
It was good, man. I'm buying a house in Tennessee, that's for sure.
Yeah, Tennessee's nice, man.
Next bowl run, I'm buying a house there, man, because fuck, Nashville is some spot.
They got nice mountains up there, Tennessee.
They got everything up there, haven't they?
Yeah, it's like a little.
Great scenery. They got good music. Great fucking drinking culture.
No beach.
Jesus.
No beach.
Yeah.
That's the one thing Texas has that they don't is we have the oceans, but yeah, it's like a mini Texas. It's very, Texas is really, it's weird. You can go to parts of the Panhandle can be cold, and then you got the desert, Texas or West Texas. East Texas, a lot of forests. It's a lot more like Tennessee. And then you got the coast and all. Nashville BTC Conference 2024.
We're fucking going.
I've never been to Nashville. I've been there, but I haven't went there for days or anything. Just like
a lot of cities, man. I think it's I think could be number one.
What's the other city in there? The one's at one end, Nashville's at the other.
Memphis,
that's it. Yeah.
When is the BTC conference next year? It's like what month would it be? Phil probably knows
Yeah.
because I'd fucking pencil that in right now.
I wonder if they're going to do a shitcoin too, like they did last year.
Oh yeah.
A shitcoin conference.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Ken Bozak is working construction now. He's out of crypto.
He's gone?
Yeah, he's working construction in New Jersey.
Wow. Jesus. There's a guy that was crazy into NFTs.
Yeah, his wax was like worth billions, man.
I thought he was doing porn.
No, his girlfriend does. She got her OnlyFans, and he's probably in there too.
Drove through there
I've
on
seen
the
his
way to
penis.
hire a house.
He has a Pornhub. I thought it was a joke, and I clicked on the link he sent me, and it was real.
It ain't a joke. Yeah.
No, he only had one video on there of him getting his penis pierced.
Oh,
Oh, I was mad.
fucking
I was
horrific.
actually pissed at him. I was like, dude, I couldn't. That messed me up, man. I was like, that I didn't
Oh
think
man.
I didn't think it was real, and it fucked me up. That was
No man wants to see that.
yeah, no.
Jesus
I was
Christ,
like,
that's
I feel
fucked,
bad for
man.
you.
But
I feel bad for you that happened because it looked horrible, man.
it was by choice, no?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? You gotta stand by your choices, haven't you?
Yeah.
So he killed it.
Never. I would never do that.
Jen, we are the least two perfect people on the planet.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know. I'm the least
perfect now.
I'm sure there's more people who are less perfect than us. We're not perfect.
Oh, you reckon?
Oh yeah, there's worse people.
We're pretty imperfect.
Yeah. But we're all right. There are other people who are really, really messed up.
Yeah, man. You know what? I'm fucking looking forward to getting these shows out.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to getting back into hunting and looking and being more active on that side of crypto.
Yeah.
You know,
I got my mojo back. I'm ready
I
to
feel like
rock.
a spectator when it comes to crypto the past year. You know, just kind of on the sidelines. He's getting me back. Now I have to handle things by myself. Okay. Well, yeah. I don't know if did he show you guys the VETTER platform. The U.S. is giving Ireland a run for their money with the immigrants. Yeah, you know, I'm Irish. I'm part Irish. And knowingly, I've like looked into like the history more because growing up, you know, you heard certain things. But it's kind of what the media tells you and so on. And like my Irish side of the family, they weren't really around. The Italian side was more. Really annoys me that this is going through Kiff's StreamYard. So whenever he types, it says it for all of us on all of our pages. Okay, you want to wrap it up? All right. Well, we'll see you. I think we're going to do it on Saturday. Is that right, Lee? Saturday. We're going to start doing this not this Saturday, but next Saturday. And join in. We're going to be like looking at projects. You know, if you have a question on something new, or we'll pull it up. Lee will probably do some TNA. I just said TNA. Lee is not going to do TNA because that'd be bad. He's going to do TA. So yeah, he's going to do some TA. If you know, on projects that you want, we could look at CoinMarketCap, but we're going to hit VETTER and go through it, look for some gems. We're also talking to them and some other people about getting sponsorships. If we do, I I was wanting to, and I haven't talked to him about this, but I'm sure he'll go along with it, doing some giveaways every week. And if we put into a project, either you can give you something straight, like crypto for watching, or we can get you into the project that we're looking at, so that when we get into put into something, someone in our community can get into it with us. So hopefully, if we're shooting for 3x's, 3 to 10x. All right. Well, Ken Vodka got a job. This must be the bottom of the bear. That's true. Yeah, it was weird seeing him with that reflective vest on Facebook, and he's like, got a real job. Ron, you can hit us on Telegram or on Twitter. I'm Satoshi Sean on Twitter. Yeah, that's a good sign. It is a good sign, pothead. Bozak gets a regular job. We're at the bottom of the bear market. All right, look, y'all. Like I said, we're doing this on Lee's StreamYard, so I don't have access to any cool videos. Also, Lee, I can't end it. I just realized that. If I X out of this, it's just going to be a blank screen. You've got to come in to end it because I'm not a. Yeah, I didn't do that.